Hello guys, welcome once again. In the last video, I've shown you how to download and install Visual Studio Express Edition for creating your C Sharp projects. And we have created our first project in C Sharp. And we were able to output this message on the screen, which is welcome to the tutorial. Now in this video, I'm going to show you how to input and output values using C Sharp. For example, the user want to input some values, and on the basis of user input you want to show the output. How can you do it? I will show you in this video. So let's start. For example, I will declare a variable string, not this but string, and I will name the string as name. Okay, and right now I will assign the name as, for example, programming. Okay, so this name which I have declared is called a variable, and this string which is in front of the variable is called the data type. And a variable is just a value holder or placeholder for this value. Okay, and this data type, I'm going to discuss these data types in detail, but for now just imagine that this is a variable name, and this can only contain the string value. String means these kind of word or this kind of sentences, right? Now, for example, you want to show this variable name on the console. How you can do is, you can just write in the console.write, just you can just output it by saying the name is, and then give this plus sign, and then not this equal to but this plus sign, and then just copy this variable called name and place it here. And what this plus sign is, it's called a concatenation operator, and what it does is it concatenate this string, which is also a string, and this string, and it will show the output together. So it will ideally show the name is programming, right? Let's run the program. I will just click this green button here, or I will just press Ctrl F5, and it's showing the name is programming. So in order to show the value of variable, what you need to do is you just need to give this plus sign and the name of the variable. Okay, now for example, you want to input the value of name or input name, and then you want to show the output this name, right? What you can do is, once again I will go on the top and I can write console.write, and inside I will give a string, and I will say please enter some name. Okay, and then instead of assigning the name to this variable, I will ask the user to give the name. So I will just delete this, and instead of this I will write console dot read line. And what this console dot read line does is it enables you to enter the value, enter a string. So it reads a line which you enter. Okay, so what this ideally do is it will ask to enter the name, and when you enter the name it will be shown here. Okay, so let's run the program, and it says please enter some names. For example, I write YouTube, and I will press enter, and it says the name is YouTube. Okay, so it works like this. Now, for example, you want to enter the surname also, or you want to enter two names. What you can do is you can just copy this and paste it here, and this name I will call this name 1, and I will call this name 2. Okay, and I will say please enter name 1, and here I will say please enter name 2. Okay, so for example, I want to enter two names. What can I do here? I can just print the first name is, so I can write first name is, and you can just give this plus sign once again here, and again you can write and second name is, and just give this. So this will contain the first name and this will should contain the second name, just using this plus operator. Okay, so this will also print out. Let's see what it prints out. So I will run the program. It says please enter the first name, so I will write YouTube 1 and press enter, and the second name I will write YouTube 2, and when I press enter here, you see it says first name is YouTube 1 and the second name is YouTube 2. Okay, so the concatenation works like this. Now there is a other way you can print these values, and this other way is called by using placeholders. So instead of doing like this, what you can write is you can write the names are, or names entered are, and then you give a curly braces, and inside you give 0, and once again give and once again give curly braces and give 1, and in here give a comma, and not this one but comma, and give the first name, and once again the comma, and give the second name. Okay, so what this code is, it's a placeholder. It's called a placeholder, and this placeholder will show the value of the first value you will pass after comma, and this placeholder will show the second value after this comma. So second value is name 2, right? And it starts from 0, so 0 1, and if we have the third value, we will write name 3 for example, and in here we will write once again of curly braces and 2. Okay, so it will show the third value also, but right now we don't have any third value. So just remember, this is called the placeholder, and whatever is the 0th value, which is name 1, after comma, it will just replace this by this name, and it will just replace the second value by this. Okay, and I will run the program once again, and I will say this time 1 2 3 4 5 for example, and second name is Max. Okay, and I will press enter, and it says the names entered are 1 2 3 4 5 and Max, right? So in this way you can use this console write to output the values and console read line to input the values. Now what we have done till now is for the string, but suppose you want to show the integers. For example, once again I will just delete this, or I will keep it here. I will declare a variable integer. So I will declare int x, and I will say is equal to console dot read line. So instead of using string, you want to use the integer. And I have I have written this in front of this x, and it's showing this squiggly line here, and it's showing that this is not possible because read line only takes the string values and not the integers, and this variable we have declared is an integer, right? This data type of this variable is an integer, and this is not possible. So what we can do is we need to pass whatever string we have entered into the integer and then show it, or then place it into the x. So how we can do it? You can just write int dot parse, and in the bracket you enclose this console dot read line, and what this line will do is whatever string or whatever line you will enter, it will just convert the string into the integer and then place it into the x, right? And for this I will do the same here. So for example, I will say please enter number 1 and please enter number 2. Okay, and you want to show the addition of these two numbers. This should be y, for example. Okay, and if, for example, you want to show the addition of these two numbers. So what you can do here is you can declare a third variable int z equal to x plus y. Okay, and what this does is whatever you write the value of x and whatever you enter the value of y, it will add those two values and place it into this z. Okay, and for example, you want to show the addition, so that you can write the sum of value 0, which is x, so just copy x here, and value y, which is y, so copy and paste y, and then write is, and we will assign, or we will use third placeholder for z. So just write curly braces 2 and then here write z. Okay, now when we run the program, it will ask us to enter the first value. Let's give space here because it's a little bit confusing, and here also. Okay, run the program once again, and I will enter first number, for example 355, enter. I will enter the second number 675, for example, and I press enter, and it will give the output. The sum of 365 and 675 is 1030, which is correct, right? So in this way you can output the values by user inputs. Okay, this should be 2. Okay. So I hope you have understood the concept of inputting and outputting the values on screen, and please keep watching this video. I'm going to cover lots of things, so please stay tuned, and please rate, comment and subscribe, and bye for now.